You can make any trading system look perfect on past data. Just keep tweaking the knobs until the back test is beautiful. The problem is, you didn't build a strategy. You built a very detailed memory of the past. So when I say my system learns from its own trades, the whole challenge is doing that without falling into exactly this trap. I'm Sandbox Theory, building a hedge-fund-style trading system solo. US large-cap equities, paper traded through Alpaca, human confirmation on every live order. Last episode was about survival, the guardrails and exits that keep one bad trade from ending the game. This episode is about improvement, how the system gets a little smarter over time. And I want to be precise about what learning means here, because that word gets abused. My system is not a black box that rewrites itself overnight. It's a slow, evidence-gated feedback loop that nudges what it pays attention to. Small steps, lots of breaks. Let me walk the whole loop. It starts with a journal. Every time the system buys something, it writes down why, not in words, in numbers. The entry decision is made from a scorecard, a set of subscores that each measure a different reason to like the trade, and it logs every one of those subscores at the moment of the buy. Think of it like a detective writing down their reasoning before they know who done it. The point is to capture the thinking while it's honest, before the outcome can rewrite the story. Because humans and undisciplined systems love to look back at a winner and go, yeah, I knew that one. The journal makes that impossible. The reasoning is time-stamped and frozen. Then the trade lives its life. And when it finally closes, win or lose, the system records the realized return. And I mean realized, net of costs. Not the pretty paper gain at the peak. The actual result after fees and slippage, the number you'd really keep. Now I've got a clean pair. Here's what we believed going in, and here's what actually happened. Once a week, the system does a review. It lines up every closed trade and asks a simple question, one subscore at a time. Did this particular signal actually predict the outcome? When the trend score was high, did those trades tend to do better? When the catalyst score was high, did it matter? Or was it noise? And then, this is the whole idea, it nudges the scorecard weights a small step toward whatever's actually been predicting returns. If a signal has been earning its keep, it gets a little more say next time. If it's been dead weight, it gets a little less. Over many weeks, the scorecard drifts toward the signals that have been carrying real information. Notice the word I keep using, nudge, not overhaul. It doesn't look at last week and throw out the model. It leans gently in the direction the evidence points. That gentleness is a feature, and it's most of what protects me from the cold open disaster. So how do I keep it learns from becoming it curve fits to noise? 4 breaks on the learning itself. 1, it won't tune on nothing. It needs at least 20 closed trades before it's allowed to adjust anything. Below that, you're not learning, you're reacting to a coin flip. Small samples lie, so the loop simply refuses to listen to them. 2, every weight has a floor and a cap. No single signal can climb to dominate the whole decision, and none can collapse to zero and disappear. Even a great predictor is kept on a leash, because a signal that looks amazing over 20 trades can quietly stop working, and I don't want the system all in on one idea when it does. 3, the catalyst's subscore is hard capped at 20%, and here's the asymmetry. That weight can fall, but it can never rise. Catalysts, news, events, are the noisiest, most hindsight-friendly signal on the board. It's the one most likely to look brilliant by accident. So I let the system trust it less if the evidence says so, but I never let it fall in love with it. And 4, after any adjustment, all the weights renormalize back to 1. They always sum to 100%. So this is never about pouring in more conviction. It's about redistributing a fixed budget of attention toward what's working. Learning is reallocation, not inflation. Put those together, and you get the opposite of the cold open. The naive approach tortures the past until it confesses whatever you want to hear. This approach demands evidence, moves slowly, and caps its own confidence. It'll never give you a jaw-dropping backtest, and that's the point. The systems with the prettiest history are usually the ones that memorized it. The honest caveat. A slow, cautious learner can still be wrong. Markets change. A signal that predicted well for 100 trades can stop working, and my loop will adapt to that late, not early. That's the cost of moving slowly on purpose. I'm choosing adapts slowly and safely over adapts fast and fragile, but that's a trade-off, not a free lunch. And of course, Everything you're seeing is paper traded and labeled that way. I don't have a claim that this beats an index. I have a process I can defend. The journal, the weekly review, the weight logic, it's all in the repo, linked below. If you like watching a system get built honestly, mistakes included, subscribe. Next episode. Right now, the system sizes its trades roughly the same whether the market is a calm melt-up or a full-on panic. That's a mistake, and I'm going to fix it by teaching the bot to read the weather. Market regimes. That's episode 7.